All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for Wednesday, April 25th of 2018. All day long, it'll be April 25th. Very, very exciting day today in the markets, both personally in my life and also in terms of sports. The markets, we're going to talk about oil inventory. There's going to be so it's pretty much like the triple whammy. There's going to be a lot of opportunity here in the markets today. Today's the day that you could single-handedly make your entire week within 1 hour of one day trading oil inventory with us. In our trading room, we trade it every single week, and we always have good to amazing results. All right, so it's a great time. There's a lot of volatility. The oil trade is very predictable, and you can, well, I wouldn't say predictable. I would say it's manageable, and it provides a good opportunity if you're a good risk manager and you know how to read sentiment. All right, so we have that. In the sports world, the Toronto Maple Leafs will be advancing to the second round of the Stanley Cup Championships. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. tonight, the game against Boston, Game 7. Boston fans are going to punch the dislike button. Leaf fans are going to punch the like button. That's just natural. That's what happens when I bring sports into a market update. And the personal stuff, I'll save that for later. All right, so in today's morning market update, we're going to talk about a lot of things. Let's go through, first of all, and look at the earnings. First of all, there's a slew of earnings. And I know if you can't see this or not, but look at all this. This is all earnings. This entire thing is earnings. So 3M had earnings, Amgen, Biogen, a lot of biotech companies. Caterpillar down massive, down 6% after they hinted at a no growth or growth slowdown. Coca-Cola down 2.1%, Corning down 2.8%, Freeport McMoran down 14.5%, which is good because that they make cigarettes. We don't want people smoking cigarettes unless they want to smoke cigarettes and whatever. Lockheed Martin down 6.1% on weak cash flow outlook. Texas Instruments up 5.6% after topping expectations. How many of those little calculators, remember the graphing calculator, guys? The TI, was it TI 83 beta or something? Those calculators are so ridiculous. Wow, you could see a chart. Whoa, look at my smartphone. I'd love to travel back in time. And show them the smartphone now. It'd be nuts. But anywho, Texas Instruments, I know they make other equipment as well. I'm just joking. United Technologies down 1.1, Verizon up 2.1, Wynn Resorts down 1.7. So earnings from last night, very weak. Stock market last night or yesterday, very weak. Stock market this morning, just as weak. In the room yesterday, we were talking about the open. We had a little bit of a bullish sentiment, a bullish rally in the equities. I said, this thing looks weak. And when it broke support, one of the things I mentioned in the room was this thing could really drop 40, 50, 60 handles today. And sure enough, it did if you take the move from the top. I just sensed that weakness, and I'll tell you what made me sense that weakness in one moment. But I have that recorded. Really want me to chop it up? Let me know in the comment section. I'll put it up just so you can see what led to me saying that. In today's markets in Asia, Japan's down 0.3%, Hong Kong's down 1%, China's down 0.4%, and India's down 0.3%. Not a single green market so far this morning. In Europe at midday, London's down 0.6, Paris is down 0.7, Frankfurt's down 1.5%. European equities intensifying the sell-off. And at the United States here, Dow Jones down 0.2, S&P down 0.3, NASDAQ down 0.4%. Everything is red. Today is the day, and in our Sunday Market Analysis Live, we do a webinar every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern live with all of our subscribers, regardless of the membership level. And we said, expect a little bit of a rebound through the first day or two, and then look for some midweek weakness. And that's exactly what's happening. The bear's job today is to go through and punch these lows and not let the buyers have a chance. All right, we rallied the last couple weeks on very low volume. And I told you guys on YouTube repeated times, this rally on low volume is very concerning because it could be a short squeeze or short sellers buying to cover, which is pushing prices higher. No volume means there isn't a lot of big institutional buying. I could have said it a million different ways, and it's starting to follow through to the downside. So today, I think you got to trade the bearish side and sell rallies until you're proven wrong, and then you can start buying dips. But start on the downside, and I think you're going to have a lot easier of a time converting on the opportunities in the market today. And at 10:30, oil is super important as well. You're going to huge opportunity. Oil, by the way, is up 0.2 of a percentage point. Some commentary from Iran and Donald Trump. We'll get into that in a moment. The oil inventories number yesterday, so Tuesday night at 4:30 p.m., they release the private subscriber, and then it goes public. It's called the API, American Petroleum Institute. Crude came at a surprise build of 1.1 million, so there was an addition of supply. and that was rather bearish for the price of oil, which means the price is expected to drop. But gasoline came out at a gasoline came out at a larger draw than expected. So that was somewhat bullish. So the effect should have been negated, but we got a sell-off. And this morning we're continuing with some weakness in oil. And I think that on today's oil inventory report, if we get a bearish number, this thing is going to sink. We got a lot of opportunity to wipe out some sell stops. It's not like last week. And TradePro subscribers in the room know what I mean last week. Last week we had a bearish report and we still rallied. And we called that before it happened because we kind of got the pulse, the gauge of the market. All right. What else? Gold is down 0.5 percentage point. Bitcoin's down 5% to 91.82. 9,000 was a very stubborn resistance level, and somebody on YouTube even mentioned it in the comments. So thank you to you for bringing that up. Also, 9,000 was a pretty stubborn resistance on Bitcoin. Now that we've broken above it, we're coming back down to test it. This is a key level for you to look at. When we released our last video to get long Bitcoin, it was in the low 8,000s. So first of all, you got some profit, hopefully, maybe, who knows. On the way down, it has to retest that resistance. And if you start to see it bounce off and you get some green or bullish days, but volume's weak, be careful. Get out. Take some profit because it's probably going to come back down inside of that 9,000. If it hits the 9,000, bounces sharply, and there's a ton of volume, hang on to that. You're going to get a nice run on Bitcoin up to 12,000. It's all about this retest right now. All eyes on how this retest holds. You got to stop thinking so long term. We're taught to think big term vision. If you think about your journey from here to where you want to be, your dream self, ultimately, how do you get there? It's going to be a journey, so you got to get in the car and drive. Well, if you continue to think where you're going and don't do anything about it, you're not going to get there. So trading is the same thing. Stop thinking about being a profitable trader and just freaking do it. Just become one. You are one already. All right, so decide that you are one and just get to your destination already. That's how markets work. That's my little piece of motivation there, my Tony Robbins-esque spiel. Yeah, that's Bitcoin. That's petroleum. Oil inventory is 10:30. 11:30, we got results of a 17 billion 2-year note auction. Then 1 p.m., we got 35 billion 5-year note auction. Treasury yields above 3% today, and they're holding above 3%. I told you guys on YouTube a couple times last week that these treasury yields are troublesome. This week, I also told you on Monday that if we go above 3%, look out, there's going to be chaos. Markets are going to sell off. Commodities are going to sell off. Everything is going to sell off while the U.S. dollar rallies. That's exactly what's happened the last couple of days. All right. Here's why this actually becomes a problem. A lot of people say, well, why is the 3% 10-year yield such an important number? Well, think about a 10-year loan. All right. Borrowing costs are increasing. When yields go up, all right, as an investor who puts money into bonds, yeah, you like yields going up because you make more money, but your bond prices fall because you make more money as interest rates go up. And another thing is higher yields means higher borrowing costs. So if you got any kind of borrowing to do, that's going to put pressure not just on consumers, but on businesses. Businesses also need to borrow. All right, so borrowing costs go up for businesses. That's trouble. Commodities have been spiking over the last little bit. Look at the price of oil. It's absolutely rocketed. I'm pumping premium unleaded at $1.50 per liter. For the American friends, like 150, that's nothing. It's not a gallon, it's a liter. And basically these higher input costs for businesses with these higher borrowing costs is going to lead to trouble. And the markets price in the future today. That's the whole dynamic of a market. So that's the danger of a 3-year or 10-year yield with a 3% and above yield rate. All right, that's what traders are watching for. Watch that yield today. That's very important. Also, Facebook is coming on today with their earnings announcements, and this is their first quarterly result since the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Investors are looking for some news or updates about this situation, about privacy of user data in their conference call. Watch for that. Facebook's going to be very important. Facebook will be very volatile today for that reason. So watch Facebook, watch technology stocks, the dollar, and the 10-year yield. And you're going to say, that's a lot of things to watch. Well, it's not an easy job. That's all I got to say. All right, crude prices, I'm going to have to end this. I won't be able to cover the last piece, but I'll tell you this. Donald Trump and Iran, that situation between two of them, it's escalating. There's a deal. Donald Trump says he could get out. Iran says if he does, there's going to be consequences. This instability between the U.S. and Iran is causing some fluctuations in oil price. So when you're listening or trading oil, you got to listen to a news wire, something that updates you in real time. We use Trade the News, and our subscribers actually get a discount on that because we're an authorized reseller and partner with Trade the News. In fact, TradePro Academy is partnered with some of the best names in the business. They endorse us. They know we're doing a good thing, and we thank our partners. Trade the News has been an awesome partner to work with. Thank you, Trade the News. You guys are awesome. Sending you much love. Any questions, comments, pop in the comment section below. I got to turn around and open up the trading room. We got a lot to do today, including crude oil inventories. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a great day. Watch what we talked about. Manage your risk. Trade like a trade pro. And you will survive. I will survive. Never will I sing again, I promise. Take care. Have a good day. 3, 2, 1. Pat the chair spin. See you guys. All right, trade pros, let's get this room open and set up some levels here. How you guys doing today? Everything good? Excited for oil? Last week we hammered over, what do we make? Like $2 on oil? $1.50, something that was nuts. I caught 60 cents. Some of the members did way better. So congratulations. Today I'm looking to repeat that same success.